camera. My name is Cherie Yvette. You want to say hi to the camera? Hi, Junie. Mwah. Okay, go play your toys. Okay. Now he's gonna try to get the light. So it's just me and Junie home today. So you might see, hear him playing with his toys in the background. The camera might shift a little bit. See his little head poking in and out, but we're gonna chat. Here on my channel, I've been sharing about how I'm just so frustrated with trying to keep routines, set routines, being a mom of 3, 2 of those including very little ones, and a 14-year-old who has a full life, which I really enjoy, you know, mothering them. But it's been extremely frustrating to try to have the mindset that I can have a set routine and that routine is just gonna go and go without a hitch. I've been frustrated with that. So I quit trying to do the routines and I've just been wholeheartedly focusing on my habits. I quit the routines because I felt like it wasn't fair to especially my littlest children, to me getting so frustrated as I go throughout the day, thinking in my head that I could have these routines. And it's just not worth it because I quit teaching for numerous reasons, but the priority was for me to be a stay-at-home mom first, who then serves in her calling, right? So by me trying to keep a set routine, I was just like frustrating myself. So I'm like, I can't do that. But what I can focus on is I can focus on building healthy habits. And now that I've really delved into building healthy habits, I'm realizing how, what's the word I want to use? Bruised? I don't want to say low because I don't think I have low self-esteem. How my self-esteem is attached to my earning, what I did, a job, and I don't like that at all. Like how much my identity was attached to those things. Go play with your letters, buddy. So yeah, I'm realizing that, you know, and I'm trying to get to the root of it. Like, where did this come from? But I think it actually stems back to everything done is to childhood and what we think here in America. Like one of the things that we ask kids, and I was guilty of it too, being a teacher, is asking kids, what do you want to be? What do you want to do when you grow up? You know, we shouldn't really do that. We shouldn't really be asking kids, what do you want to be when you grow up? Because it makes it feel like that being doesn't happen until you grow up. And then what if you're not that anymore? What if you're like me and you're just not everything that you said you wanted to be when you were a little girl? I always said I wanted to be a teacher in a classroom traditionally, and I'm not that anymore. I will say setting my identity from that position has been a challenge. And within that challenge has been rebuilding my self-esteem, like really redefining who I am now at 40 years old without this career that I thought I would have forever. And I was naive thinking that I wanted to be a teacher forever. No, not that I didn't love teaching, but there's no way I could be a teacher forever and live the lifestyle that I now desire to have. Like I desire to be traveling like a lot. My husband and I want to travel in the next 4 years. We want to have an overabundance of income. No way can we do that on teacher salaries and survive here in New Jersey. You can't have an overabundance on just a teacher salary and a family at the same time. Like, it's just not going to happen. So detaching my identity from what I did and now rebuilding my self-esteem as I discover my new identity has been a challenge. I'm not even going to lie. So I decided that, look, you can't have the same routine you had 2 years ago, 3 years ago. You are a mom of 3, one being a little one, running around, and you've never been a mom of 2 little ones at the same time. And then a teenager over here just thriving and just enjoying her whole life and having to navigate that as well. Like, I can't keep the same routines. But what I can do is figure out what habits will be successful for me now, and that will help me get toward that ultimate vision that not only that I have for my family, but that I have for myself. You know, so that's what I've been trying to do, and just honestly sharing that as authentically as I can here on my YouTube channel. So thank you to those of you who appreciate that and don't sit around judging or thinking that what you would have did differently. Like, I used to be guilty of one of those things. I would see people giving their kids like the squeezy applesauce pouches or food pouches, and I used to say, why are they giving that baby the food out of the plastic pouch, like letting them suck it like that? Just get a spoon and feed it. But now I'm like, here, y'all, you want to, we call them baby fruits. You want a baby fruit? You want a baby fruit? Let me squeeze that thing for you. It's like your perspective of how things are and what people do shifts when you find yourself in that position. So I always like to say we are more alike than we are different. And honestly, like getting to the age of 40, like I don't care as much as I used to about, you know, what people say about maybe what I share here, because what I share here on this YouTube channel, I'm always led to share. So I do want to talk about Atomic Habits. This book I'm reading at the suggestion of our business coach. It's a self-help book, and I'm literally sitting here crying as I'm reading Atomic Habits. You're like, Cherie, that's not even like a crying type book. But I'm crying reading Atomic Habits. Just like so affirming. Like, I have a habit of being too hard on myself. And it's just been so affirming to just be like, no, all you have to do is just be 1% better than you were yesterday. And that 1% better that James Clear talks about will build up into so much more that you don't even yet see as you're within that being 1% better every day. And he literally calculates it out, and he actually shows like charts and graphs within the book. And I'm a very visual person, so I really love the fact that he draws out these concepts for building your habits using like charts and graphs and like statistics and numbers and percentages. But something that stood out to me that James Clear said, he said that if you get 1% worse within a year, you're going to end up in a negative. You're going to be so far behind of where you thought you would be because you didn't try to be 1% better, or you allowed yourself to become defeated. For me, my trauma response is freezing. So freezing and doing nothing, you know, and just staying in those thoughts will cause you to be worse off than you even thought you were. You just wake up and you just be like, how in the heck did I get here? Like, I was never that person. But because you stayed still, or you just allowed your thoughts to defeat you, then that can put you in a place where you essentially you don't want to be. But just focusing on the 1%. 1% is doable, y'all. Like, you don't got to do it overnight, but just the next day you wake up, just 1% better. So honestly, that's what I've been focusing on, and just giving myself more credit, because I have a habit of getting through the day and being like, man, I didn't do nothing. And then I have to check myself. My therapist is like, okay, she walked me through one of my days, and she was like, how are you saying you didn't do nothing? You did. Like, you did. So now when I catch myself in my head saying, man, I didn't do nothing today, like I didn't do anything, you know, I have to cut myself out, and I have to shift that thought because I did. One of the things that I want to share next is not only how I'm sticking to the habits, but making sure that I'm doing the things that are going to get me to the next point, instead of just always focusing on, like, a podcast that I heard talks about present-based and future-based activities, which I'm not going to go into today. Subscribe. I'm going to talk about that in the next few videos coming up on the channel. But just me being aware of the future-based activities that I need to be doing, instead of getting caught in a routine of declutter, clean up. wash the kids, vacuum the floor, do the laundry, clean the bathtub, clean the toilet, you know, vacuum the floors, clean the bathroom, wash the dishes, cook the dinner, go to Costco, pick up the kids, check the homework, do the baby's hair, do my hair, do the hubby. Like, that's all well and good. Oh, June, stop, but all of those things are well and good, but they're not going to help me and my family and myself get to like our ultimate vision for our family and where we want to see ourselves in the next 3 to 4 years. You're the baby. I don't take it lightly when you guys are here, and YouTube tells me that most of the people here on my channel are not subscribed. So make sure y'all know what he wants me to do, right? Just subscribe, y'all. Just subscribe.